Hello, welcome back to part 2 of the Mc200 build. This is more the painting stage. Just continue where we left off. So the tyres are, the wheels are done. In between cuts I did a couple of painting. So I put this extra layer of Abaddon black onto the tyres, so they're a bit more solid. And the underside I've painted in 106. But beyond that, that's the only two things I did between cuts. So as soon as this video hits about 30 minutes, if it gets that long again, I've got to make sure to stop and do the next bit afterwards, which will probably be the decals, but we'll see when we get there. Okay, so I've literally just put the 106 on the end, on the bottom there. So I've got to wait for that to dry. So what I'll probably do is, while holding on to the back of the plane here, I will paint up the wings. That would be Tamiya's XF26 deep green. There you go, the front fuselage and the wings done. So as you can see, first layer only. Second layer make it more solid. But I'm just thinking, better put the canopy actually on, because the front part of the canopy and the frame of it is all green as well. So might as well, that proverbial saying, kill two birds with one stone. Paint up the fuselage and the canopy at the same time. Normally I leave them off till the very end, but might as well put it on actually, really. Makes this bit a bit quicker. So what I will do is, got some PVA glue, and what I'll do is just use the end of a paintbrush and just put it around where the canopy is supposed to go, and then put the canopy on top. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Or it'll be a split second for you guys, but it'll be about a minute for me. And there's the canopy now glued on. The PVA is going to take a while, so I've got some Tamiya tape. What I'll do is just like hold it down. That way I can still handle the model, paint it up while I'm waiting for the glue to dry. Saying that, I'll probably jump onto the front bit, and what I'll do, because it's supposed to be yellow on this one, what I'll do is I'll go over some of the metal where the video's not focused. There you go. You can just see where the exhaust line's supposed to be. Let's use a paintbrush. So, yeah, they're about there is where the exhaust ring's supposed to be. So I just need to go over, paint over that, and paint over some of the metal and where the aircraft surf shades overrun a bit. I'll use the Uthran grey again, it's like an undercoat, and then I will paint it over with Avalon Sunset. But that will be a while, so it'll be Uthran grey first. Or second, as I've got to tape the canopy down. There we go, that's not going anywhere. Again, you don't need the tape. If you're just starting out, you don't need the tape. You just have to wait for the PVA glue to finish, or leave the canopy off to the very end and then go back over with the green to the panel lines. But I'm just using the tape there so I can still handle the model while I make and paint it. The nose all painted up. Slight correction, I'm not using Avalon Sunset, I'll be using whatever that is, yellow. Yellow? Not sure. Probably after that, but I'm not sure on that. Avatar I'm going to be using as an alternate to the sand colour, which ironically is creamy yellow. Which I found the close equivalent of that is actually Humbro. I think it was Humbro 78 as a desert sand colour. But I've not got a lot of that one left. It's my only paint pot, and I'm currently halfway through a Matilda with that. Matilda Tank Mark II. So yeah, I've used Avalon Sunset as a close alternate to that Humbro colour. So I'm just going to let that dry, and might as well put another layer on the bottom after I move the tape out of the way. So, okay, second coat of 106 on the underside. That's straight on the bottle, it's not thinned in any way. streaky as anything. So yeah, that's going to use at least 2 or 3 more coats on it before that's a nice solid colour. Just going to let that dry for a little bit, and also let the PVA dry as well. Probably be able to put the yellow on the front, but I'm just going to let everything dry a bit, and then I'll be back to do a little bit more green on the rest of the fuselage, yellow on the front, and at least 2 or 3 more coats on the bottom. Probably need to do more of the greys on the bottom and also figure out how far down and around the camouflage should be, because instructions aren't clear. It's like almost all the way to the bottom, and yet it also seems to be a little bit higher on the underside. That nice old recurring problem. Also, I've just seen the green actually overlaps. That's going to be interesting. I painted that bit just under the engine cowling there as grey, and it's supposed to be green. Helps to read instructions first, doesn't it? Okay, and a bit more painting, not on the top as you can see, but on the underside, another coat of paint. Technically 2, but the second coat was like watered down a little bit. So yeah, that's now a decent colour I'm happy with. I'll just let the PVA glue dry for a little bit longer, so I'll work on the engine cowling, which will be yellow, as mentioned earlier. There we go, nice bright yellow engine cowling painted. I might try and put some like Agrax Earthshade, probably watered down because it would be quite a contrast, in like the cowl flaps there. You know, focus. Yeah, there we go. Might try and put some like watered down Agrax Earthshade into that just to bring out the detail a little bit. But yeah, that's come out. So yep, the PVA I think is dry enough so I can took the tape off. I'm just going to paint the rest of the green down the back of the fuselage. After which I'll probably take the wheels off and finally glue them on. So it's no longer actually sat on the landing gear covers. Right, I'll go do that quickly. There we go, all painted in green, including the canopy. Naturally still needs a second coat of paint, so I'm just going to let that dry a bit. I was putting the wheels on, and yeah, a little bit of a tight fit, so I ended up making this one loose again, or it's the one that was sticking out too far as well. So yeah, I've had to put a bit of glue just on the underside there, just to reinforce the bond a little bit. So yep, I think the rear part's already dry again, so I can actually get on and do the second layer. So I'll go off and do that now. After that's done, I'll tape off. Tape off? Yeah, I'll tape off. Make the stripe. Yeah, tape off a bit around the back to make the yellow stripe down the back. And then after the green's all done, well, green's done, stripe it off, put the Ukraine grey back on. While I'm waiting for Ukraine grey to dry, I can start with the modelling. I'm not going to do like the frayed edge modelling. This is just going to be like solid splodges. And at some point, I've got to do the white triangles as well as the yellow wingtips on the underside, and the leading edge on the control surfaces in green. But if you can see just about, I've got to do the yellow first because the green actually overlaps the yellow, so I've got to do the yellow first on the underside. Okay, how did the grey come out actually? Not too bad. So okie dokie, let's go on and do that second layer. There we go, coming on nicely. So that's 2 layers of paint. Probably not going to need much more. I might just water it down just to yeah, water it down just to get in some of the cover up some of the bits where I still see the brush strokes going in the wrong direction. But yeah, it might actually be a little bit too dark a green for what I was initially thinking, but it's coming out well. With the yellow, hopefully with the Everland Sunset, it won't be too drastic of a contrast, because, wow, you won't be easily you spot this person, must be a squadron leader, but you spot him flying in the distance, can't you? Right, so after that's dry, I'll start. Oh yeah, as I mentioned, I'll put the band across, do that, so I can do the yellow tail identification mark on the tail. And while I'm doing that, I might as well do the underside at the same time. So, yeah, okie dokie, I'll go do that now. Tape is on, but don't know if how many other people suffer the same problem. That's fairly crooked. Naturally, round tape does not go on a semi-uneven surface. Probably could do a better job freehand. But at least it gives me a rough guide and I can neaten it up afterwards. Right, so flip the plane over and I've got the paint out. Let's add a bit of water to that. Too much water. There we go. Right, so I'll do this a little bit, holding the camera because I've got the paint pot and the board supporting the plane. So with tape, you need to work away from it, like so. If you go up to it, it'll give you a nice ridge. It'll give you quite a large ridge, and potentially the paint will go under the tape as well. So just get up to the paint, up to the tape, and once done, I can now just paint in the rest of the wingtip here. Get a bit on the board. Oh well. There we go. And just flip the plane over. So I've got this one. Bit more paint on the. Get the camera refocused. There we go. So yeah, I'll just start in the middle, get rid of some of the excess paint, and then start on the tape and make my way down. A bit more paint there. There we go, and this will be interesting. So the tail band here, I literally start off doing that side, and then I'll do the same this side, and then just paint into the middle. That I'm going to have to do off camera, because otherwise I'll be constantly turning the plane over. Right, so small jump cut as I'll get that done. There we go, that's the tail band painted. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry a little bit, and then I'll do a bit of freehand to try and straighten it up. And I'll make as well as straighten it up, I'll also put another layer on so it's a little bit more solid. Yeah, it just gives a better contrast for the yellow. So yeah, I'll just wait for that to dry a little bit. I'll take all the tape off and then go freehand for that bit. I could probably paint up that tail wheel while I'm waiting. Poor lonely propeller there, still waiting to be glued on. There we go, second layer done. And the tape's off, so the tail band is done, and so's the two wingtips. Now for the fun part, all the modelling. Which admittedly is not as bad as that one. Gonna make my eyes sore if I did that. Right, so congratulations to anybody that has done that one. I'm not condemning it, it's just I know my eyes are gonna hurt if I try and do that version. So I'm gonna do this one. Which a bit late now if I'm changing my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna do this one and start with the wings. Or the tailplane. I start with the tailplane. Yeah, I'm going to start with the tail. That's the first bit of the tail done. Yes, it's not too bad, so I just need to do the other side now. And the rest of the plane. Yay. Okay, that's about as far as I've got. I'm going to have to unfortunately stop here. Partly because the camera's about to die, / phone is about to die, and equally I need to get going somewhere, and I don't have any editing software yet. That's at the moment of me recording this, so stay tuned. I will be back with more of this. The next video I'll have all the modelling done over both wings and the fuselage, and yeah, I'll have it all done, so you're not sat there waiting for me to paint all that up. So if you're enjoying these videos, please like, it does help. Leave a comment, any suggestions, or have I got the paint completely off from what it was supposed to be. Also subscribe so you can keep subscribed and keep track of the rest of the videos that I'm putting up. Okay, thanks, bye.